New York Times new editorial board member celebrated dumb ass effing white people going extinct. And there's even worse tweets. She says, are white people genetically predisposed to burn faster in the sun, thus logically being only fit to live underground like groveling goblins? It goes on. Let's hear both sides. I mean, this sounds like stuff you'd read on Stormfront about Jews. Horrible, just absolute crap.
There is no way on planet Earth that what this young lady did would be acceptable if she said, remotely said any of that about black people. It's not acceptable to say it about white people. But what I'm saying is the double standard that they have on the left. You can openly hate police officers. You can openly call for the death of police officers and hate white people as much as you want, as long as it's on the left. And what they do is they use propaganda to justify the hatred.
You know why Brandon Tatum and I are brothers, even though we've never met in person, is because we're Christians. And I don't say that up on some high horse that I'm some perfect guy, I'm a sinner. But in every culture, in every society, you can have a group of Asians, a group of whites, a group of Africans, whatever group it is, and the group that's really Christian will be 10 times more productive, whether it's in Rwanda or whether it's in Romania or whether it's in Paraguay. It's well known. Everybody else just can't get it together. And so it's Christianity that gets us past tribalism and the New Testament, because the whole Old Testament's everybody killing each other over their tribe. Even people that were genetically almost the same. It's a whole history of that. And Christianity is where you say, no, I have a set of values. I believe in, this, in God, the same God. And so that's what unifies us. And then we transcend being tribal idiots to the next level, like Martin Luther King talked about. But you look at what the left pushes, it's diametrically opposed to Martin Luther King. 100% 180. Look at this article on Infowars.com. It's gone viral. I'm sure Snopes or PolitiFact will say it's fake because it's her actual Twitter. New York Times new editorial board member celebrated dumb ass effing white people going extinct. And there's even worse tweets. She says, are white people genetically predisposed to burn faster in the sun, thus logically being only fit to live underground like groveling goblins? It goes on. Let's hear both sides. I mean, this sounds like stuff you'd read on Stormfront about Jews. Horrible, just absolute crap. But, oh, she's Asian, so it's okay. And then they'll go, Jones is anti-Asian. My sister's Korean adopted, nothing to do with Asians. I talk about China being corrupt. That's the Communist Party. She says, I have the graphs. And then she has the stuff that whites stink and smell like dogs. I mean, this is literally like the worst KKK stuff from like the 30s, but turned around on white people. And then she goes on to say that it's inconvenient truths that, you know, whites are evil and need to go extinct. I mean, this is genocidal stuff. White people have stopped breeding. You'll all go extinct soon. This was my plan all along. And then the devil sign. And again, this is the unifying factor at the universities and these crazy places where it's mainly weird white people. I'm not trying to bash whites, but weird liberals in all the videos where give me some muscle, no whites allowed. And it's a white woman saying it at Evergreen College or Missouri State. So joining us is Brandon Tatum, a patriot, a former SWAT team officer, police officer, now working with Turning Point, doing a great job, viral videos. We're getting into censorship. I did that little 3-minute intro rant. That's just today. And I've got stacks of other articles. I mean, if you flip this around, this is Nazi. This is exactly what the real Nazis said.
This is exactly what it just played out, repackaged, and put into 2018. There is no way on planet Earth that what this young lady did would be acceptable if she said, remotely said any of that about black people. It's not acceptable to say it about white people. But what I'm saying is the double standard that they have on the left. You can openly hate police officers. You can openly call for the death of police officers and hate white people as much as you want, as long as it's on the left. And what they do is they use propaganda to justify the hatred. They want to call us Nazis. They want to call us the racists so they can be then justified in hating us and wanting to kill us. And it's unacceptable. And these people are literally using brainwashing tactics to put people back on the proverbial plantation. Not just black people.
Everybody.
Not just white people. Everybody. They want everybody to be under their foot. They want to control everything at the top, and they want us subject to that. It's the same thing that the Nazis did. It's the exact same thing being played out in America today.
And by the way, I've got to do a correction. Everything becomes a blur when this stuff's going on. But of course, you have been in studio. I meant before you were ever here in studio, we click, just like with Trump clicking, we know America was an unstoppable engine. I read the CFR reports 30 years ago about we've got to make Americans poor so we control them. Hell, Bill Maher says it on TV now. So I'm not trying to take away Trump's thunder. He's done a great job and has courage. That's his real thing, is having the courage to be persecuted. But all he had to do was get some of their tentacles off her face. I use the tentacle analogy of a face sucker like Alien. And Trump's like trying to get the tentacles off. And the media and everybody else are saying, no, no, no. We're like, but look, we got oxygen now. We're feeling better. Let's get the other tentacles off. And they're like, no, but what are they going to do as we together, Brandon, all of us, get the tentacles off our neck?
I don't know. I don't know. They have to make drastic measures. They're losing miserably. You know, everybody's waking up. You see the huge walk-away movement. That is a movement of all people. Then you have a lot of African Americans who have been brainwashed for years, walking away from the Democratic Party and opening their eyes to reality and truth. You have people like myself and Candace Owens who are going out, and we're dedicated. And there's a lot of others. I'm just speaking of people that I know personally. We're going out and we're informing people. We're giving them information, education, and inspiration that they can go and then disciple other people to come to reality. We're getting unplugged from the matrix, man. And they have to do crazy stuff, censor us on social media. I wouldn't even be shocked that they wouldn't actually come after us and try to attack us physically. You see them pulling off Trump hats, shooting people at baseball games. I mean, they're just going crazy mad, because if they don't go crazy mad, if they don't go extreme, they will lose miserably and be vanished from the earth. And I'm
Absolutely.
not saying physically vanished. I'm saying their ideology will be vanished.
Exactly. Their ideology is dying. Like I said, I'm going to have a showdown with Mueller ideologically, politically. We're going to win the shootout, like the Red River shootout, OU versus UT. It doesn't mean I'm going to shoot him. Everybody knows that. That's how they spin it. One reason I want to get you on, and I won't play the clips, because if we play them, they say community guidelines and ban us off Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Even though it's been on local news, and even though liberal news had to admit in Portland and San Francisco and everywhere, they're attacking food trucks owned by Hispanic people, Asians, if they serve anyone coming out of the ICE office, and they're calling them N-words everywhere. And then we have these videos out at the Hollywood Star where they were calling the beautiful Joy Avila a N-word over and over again. And then sure enough, I haven't even announced this, on one of our Facebooks, we got not a strike, but they removed it and said, watch what you do 2 days ago for playing them calling her the N-word. So they get to say it. We can't even show what they're doing, and then they act like we've done it.
Yeah, they can't. We're revealing the truth. We're giving it context. They can't have that. They need it to be played out of context, and they need to be able to twist it the way they want to. These people are not picking a group. They hate everybody. They hate black people. They hate Hispanic people. They hate white. If you do not agree with them,
they hate prosperity. They want total control.
Exactly. And they want to kill you. I'm telling you, I think that some of these people want to actually kill you. They just can't. So they beat you to oblivion. They steal your property. They try to set your buildings on fire. They try to ruin your bank accounts. They do it all. They ruin your image. Look what they're doing with President Trump. They're trying to completely destroy him and his entire family. They want him in prison. This is a real deal. And I think people are overlooking the mission that the media has and some of these people on the left have. Their mission is to destroy us. And we have to stand against that.
And they've said that. On my Twitter, on my Facebook, I should read more of these. They go, you're going to go bankrupt. We're going to destroy you. We're going to get you. I had people walk up in front of my kids and say, F your family, liberals. Because they all have this thing when I had my kids taken, which I didn't. And then they just keep going, F your family. And you're right. Take Bill Maher. He says, I love abortion. I love suicide. I love death. I hate you. I want death. That's a quote. But then it's crazy. They're satanic is what it is. Brandon Tatum is on fire. I'm Alex Jones. He'll be with us on the other side. We've got some key clips coming up. Stay with us.
You know, someone very profoundly once said many years ago that if fascism ever comes to America, it'll come in the name of liberalism.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
You know, President Trump talks about how we need to be trailblazers, how we need to be outsiders, how we need to expose the current stagnant system that's been suppressing us, wanting to make us poor so we can consolidate control and buy us up for pennies on the dollar. That really is the globalist system. And he's absolutely right. So it is an honor to be persecuted by the globalists and to be lied about and to be demonized. But it's an honor to draw them out so we can show who they are so that you take action and you take the country back politically, culturally, spiritually, financially. Another hero is Julian Assange, who's been in solitary confinement in a closet-sized room. They converted a closet with a bed and enough room for a laptop. They took that away over a year ago. No communication with the outside. It's all been one hell of a time for him, and he was very bipartisan in that he exposed Republicans, he exposed Democrats. He very judiciously released information that exposed criminal activity of the NSA, criminal activity of the CIA, illegal spying on Congress, illegal spying on Trump, illegal spying on me. But they had my home number, my old cell, my new cell, and my office line. And they had Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago private apartment number that I had. Total proof of Obama spying on Trump and yours truly a decade ago. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the real deal. And America's had freedom so long, people don't recognize real tyranny when it hits them right between the eyes. But everyone needs to go to Infowars.com. The article is right up there at the top of the page, red link. Petition to Trump, pardon Julian Assange. And we go over the fact that he engaged in regular journalistic activity and did a wonderful job being advised by top journalism professors around the world, and that he was very, very fair about what he did, and that you need to send the message that he's a hero. Now, I know they claim he's a Russian agent with no evidence and all the rest of that garbage, even though they've released stuff on Russia and Israel as well, and China. But it doesn't matter. It's the right thing to do. And you wouldn't have gotten elected without Drudge. You wouldn't have gotten elected without what you've done, obviously. You can't say it's any one person, but without any of us together, it wouldn't have happened. So we need the president to pardon Julian Assange. And you said in a speech, I don't care who got her illegal server. It's illegal. It's about what she did that's wrong. Don't change the subject. Go back to that instinct, sir. But you told Assange, release it. You said release more stuff. And he's in the crosshairs. And he needs to be pardoned if he's brought back to the United States.
Electrify your day with Secret 12. It's like lightning in a bottle. We all have days in which we just can't seem to perform at the level we'd like to. InfoWars Live Secret 12 is designed to naturally energize your body and mind with 2 great tasting and super high quality forms of vitamin B12. Proper vitamin and nutrient intake is essential to keep your body functioning at optimum levels. The reality is, it's hard to take in the proper amount of vitamins we need each day with our modern diets. Secret 12 by InfoWars Live is an easy way to naturally upgrade your vitamin B12 intake and support your body's natural systems. It pairs 2 forms of vitamin B12 into one explosive formula. Vitamin B12 supports healthy energy levels through red blood cell formation and aiding in the body's natural processes, but it also assists with many other functions of the body. Electrify your mind and body and take your health to the next level. Experience the power of Secret 12 at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com.